the social media coordinator for TruckMart LLC. Whether you are a male or a female trucker, it's important that you prioritize your safety at all times. One of the major downsides of trucking is the fact that your work will take you to all kinds of unfamiliar and potentially dangerous locations. Today's video, we're going to focus on parking and sleeping, dealing with attackers, self-defense, and how to avoid potentially dangerous scenarios, and finally, trafficking and what you can do to help. Parking and sleeping. Safe parking is often difficult to find. It isn't uncommon to see truckers having to park in makeshift lots or along the side of the road because they were tired or their hours ran out before they could find a good location. Most truck drivers know that parking alongside the road is incredibly dangerous, but some still do it out of desperation. Try to locate a safe parking spot before your hours run out. In 2012, a grassroots effort known as Jason's Law was passed, and one of the main objectives was to raise awareness about the lack of safe parking lots available for commercial drivers. Jason's Law developed out of a tragedy where Jason Riverberg, a husband and father, was murdered inside his cab for $7 after parking in an abandoned gas station. If you are out working and notice an area that lacks safe parking for truck drivers, alert the Department of Transportation by calling 855-368-4200. We understand the frustrations that go along with this situation, but always try to find a well-lit lot to park in if possible. If you have a bad feeling about the area, you should try to find an alternative. Always remember to lock your doors. Hide all of your valuables from sight and keep the curtains closed by your bed. You should also always keep a charged cell phone on or near you in the event of an emergency. Some criminals hang around truck stops in the hopes of surprising an unsuspecting and wary driver. If possible, try to walk to the restroom with a partner after dark. If that isn't an option for you, consider carrying a portable urinal bottle or a small travel toilet in your rig. Make sure to dispose of properly. Always remain aware of your surroundings and don't go into the bathroom if you feel that you're being followed. Some robbers actually try to lure drivers out of their trucks by asking for help or faking an emergency. Tell that person that you will call for help and keep your doors locked. You never know when someone's trying to ambush you. Also, never discuss what cargo you are carrying or where you're stopping on the radio. Robbers may be listening in order to choose their next victim. Always keep your cargo locked up and avoid discussing where you're going loudly in public areas. If you do find yourself in a bad situation like a robbery, survive at all costs. Comply if possible and try not to aggravate them. Nothing in the truck is worth your life. If you are being physically harmed and cannot get away safely, fight back and yell, "Fire!" Criminals will not want the attention drawn towards them or the scene of the crime. Weapons. When people think of a weapon, typically the first thing that comes to mind is a firearm. Many drivers don't actually carry firearms for a variety of reasons. Not only can it be surprisingly difficult to legally carry a gun everywhere you go, but most freight companies prohibit their drivers from carrying firearms of any kind. Going further, most receivers ask that firearms not be brought onto their properties. There are plenty of everyday items that make effective weapons in the event of an emergency. We recommend that you find a weapon with a wide attack range so that you don't have to come into close contact with an attacker. The goal should be to keep the attacker as far away from you as possible, Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to sign up for a self-defense class so that you feel more confident in your ability to protect yourself if you ever need to. Trafficking. Our last topic is a heavy one, but truck drivers have the potential to save people who are being trafficked because there are so many truck drivers on the roads and because they frequent the same places as traffickers. Thousands of people are trafficked across the United States each year. In 2009, a nonprofit organization formed known as Truckers Against Trafficking, aka TAT. They specialize in training truck drivers to recognize and report incidences of human trafficking. Calls that drivers have put in have resulted in countless recoveries of victims and arrests. If you're interested in getting certified by TAT, you can sign up to take their training course by visiting their website at truckersagainsttrafficking.org. It is important that you learn what some of the red flags look like and take detailed notes of any and all suspicious activity. If you suspect someone is being trafficked, report the incidents to the National Human Trafficking Hotline by calling 1-800-337-7888. Remember to always listen to your gut and try to avoid dangerous situations at all costs. Although your general welfare should be priority number one, try to keep an eye out for your neighbors as well. If everyone had each other's backs, a lot of incidents could be prevented. If you see something suspicious, report it to the local authorities. Stay safe and healthy out there, everyone. Looking to buy a used truck or trailer? Truckmart LLC may have just what you need. Give us a call now at 717-532-6900 to speak with one of our owner-operator specialists today. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 1. Stop on by and visit us in person at 26 Truck Tech Way, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Also, be sure to check out our description box below where we will link you to our current inventory for our trailers, trucks, and lease-to-purchase trailer options, along with a link to our online application. This has been Truckmart LLC, where the dream comes alive.